Brendan Schaub's former handler, Mark Harley, has come forward with another story about Brendan. Now, every story Mark Harley has told, he is backed up. You remember he leaked the screenshots of the group text, conversations with some of the baddies. Mark Harley's job was he did production and stuff for Schaub and editing and to get Schaub addies and baddies to some degree. But he's got a news story. So remember that whole Podcast One deal that happened and them not getting paid money. Well, it turns out Schaub was kind of accusing Theo of some stuff during that. So let's see what Mark Harley had to say, what was happening behind the scenes. So he puts, Brendan has privately accused Theo of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from the Cats production, but Bappa, yeah, it's all good. Well, he said, haha. I thought he said Bappa. But he expounds on this story here. And he puts, I'll explain further, but yes, legit, on several occasions, Bappa expressed private accusations that Theo had siphoned off like $5,000 per episode for however many episodes after some audit by one of Brendan's business managers, and he only vaguely brought it up to him because he's a huge pussy to anyone socially above him. I overheard an hour-long convo on speaker that in retrospect was about the Podcast One thievery. Theo's like, bro, you're effing up the money's not coming in, and you're bad at business and managing money. And of course, Brendan didn't take that well and wrote Theo off as being mentally ill, difficult to work with, and ultimately just in the wrong. How'd that work out, Fat Patrick? And by the way, I don't think Theo stole a dime. I think Brendan is just a effing idiot who can't do basic math. But the false accusation was $250,000 to $500,000 stolen in total. So he was accusing Theo Von of stealing $500,000 when it turns out that it was all that Colin Thompson guy. But the fact that Brendan Schaub would accuse Theo Von of doing it. And by the way, if it was done, it was so probably Schaub who's doing it. And just because he's just thinking, well, I would do it. So, but I mean, incredible. Now, he never said this publicly or confronted Theo Von about this. He just talked behind Theo's back to Mark Harley and others about it. But he really accused Theo Von of stealing from him. Theo Von, who's vastly more successful, who makes vastly more money, whose podcast is way bigger, who actually sells out theaters, has Netflix specials, he accused him of stealing from Schaub. Yeah, really pathetic. Schaub is just a piece of trash to even say that to others behind the scenes. His excuse will probably be, it's not true. And Theo, if you ever asked him, Theo would say, well, he never said it to me. But according to Mark Harley, it was said behind the scenes. And Mark Harley has been proven right about everything he said about Schaub so far. So there's no reason not to believe this. Truly pathetic on Schaub's part. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.